Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow. I'm in my studio, Sanctuary Power Yoga. You can practice with me here in these videos or live in person via Zoom. My members get recorded classes as well, and there is a link to my studio and my Patreon below. Okay? So after practice, you can check it out. But for now, let's practice. Come onto your mat and let's get started in downward facing dog. Glad you guys are here today. Coming onto your mat, set your hands and set your feet, set your gaze or close your eyes. And if it feels better to begin in child's pose, by all means, begin in child's pose. And really begin by taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And I haven't said this in a while, but if you are just kind of watching this, trying to decide if you want to get involved with this practice, if you're hanging out in your kitchen or your living room, you can start this practice with us just by, again, taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And if you are in your downward dog, check in with your hands, fingers spread wide. Your heels don't have to touch, but you also don't have to hold them up. Sometimes we get into the habit of holding stuff up, right? Holding on in our bodies, in our minds, our hearts. Take a deep breath in. Allow yourself to empty out. Another big inhale here. As you exhale lightly, step or jump to the front of your mat. Take your feet to about hips width. Put a big bend in your knees. Let your torso rest on your thighs. Interlace your fingers at your low back. You might put a towel or a strap between your hands to give yourself some room. Let your shoulders roll back. Chest peels up. You get a little bit of a back bend here, almost like an upward dog. Lengthening through your arms. Strong through your core. Take a big inhale. And with your fingers interlaced, begin to fold forward. Easing into this. The shoulder rinse, the forward fold, this practice. You don't have to rush it. Sometimes we find ourselves rushing onto our mat, just trying to squeeze in a practice like this, a 30-minute practice. Allow yourself to slow down. You don't have to rush into any of the poses. Right? You do have this time, we have this practice. We have each other for support. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale here. As you exhale, release your hands. You can keep your feet at hips width. You might walk them closer together or to touch, but set your feet intentionally, soften your knees. Rise to stand. Come on up. Hand side, heart lifts. Big inhale at the top. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Set your gaze. You can lower your gaze or close your eyes. And you might set an intention for your practice today if that's something that resonates with you. Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, sweep up, reach and lift. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. You can have your knees lifted or you can drop them down for a little more stability. Strong through your core, long through your spine. Take a big inhale. Shift forward, halfway down or all the way down for your low push-up. Big breath in. Upward dog, maybe a stick in a cobra or a low cobra. And as you exhale, back to your downward dog or your child's pose. And you can stick in a child's pose at any point where you feel it's needed. Add in an extra breath in the flow so that it flows better for you. Whatever you need here. Take another big breath in. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise up. Lift and reach. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Chaturanga. Low push-up. You can step or jump back. Inhaling. Upward facing dog. Exhaling. Downward facing dog. A full breath in and a full breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Another deep inhale here. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Set your feet halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Hands high. Heart lifts. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Elbows squeeze, and as you lower, upward dog. Still moving forward. Cobra or low cobra. Exhaling back to your downward dog. Let your heels soften. Let your head drop. As you take a deep breath in, and allow yourself to empty out. Maybe you can drop some of the stuff that you are holding on to, even if it is just for a breath or for the little bit of time that we're here together. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And just like you set your foundation, you can set an intention. You can set your gaze or close your eyes. And even if you don't articulate your intention, I've said this before, feel your intention to be here. Even if you feel like you're kind of squeezing this time into your day, you're here now. We do have this time. No need to rush. One more big breath in. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet. Add a bend to your knees. Just how big of a bend you put in your knees, that's something you can play around with. You might start out higher and then explore it. Feel that you have some room to sit a little bit lower. Weight of your body in your heels. You can have your hands high or at your heart. A big breath in and a long breath out. And certainly notice if you are rushing your breath or holding on to your breath. Let there be a steady flow of breath, flow of energy, a big inhale and a big exhale. Another deep breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one. Back foot spins flat. Rise up, reach your hands up or let them rest at your heart. Deep bend in your front knee, connected equally through both feet. These Friday power flows are challenging for me because I feel like there's a whole lot I want to get in to this little bit of time, right? The content of a full practice, a 60 or a 75-minute practice in 30 minutes. And when I find myself getting into that mindset, trying to get more in, trying to rush, take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Right, quality, not necessarily quantity. Showing up, being present. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Back foot spins flat. In your everyday life, right, your to-do list, you don't have to get it all done. Right, but what you are doing in any given moment. Feel it, be present for it, be present for yourself. Fully engaged, wholehearted, joyful. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. You might find you can soften your shoulders a bit, working with drishti here, setting your gaze or closing your eyes, but soften around it. One more big breath in. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another full inhale here. Exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, Upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one, back foot flat, root down, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior one, rise up. Exhale, hands back to your mat. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot again, warrior one, rise up. Exhale, hands back to your mat. High push up to low. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior one. Come up, open out, warrior two. If you've practiced with me here before in the studio, either in person or virtually like this, you know I'm on a busy street. So there is some noise. Trucks going by, sirens. And usually, wherever we are, there is noise. Around us, a lot of the times, it's noise in our thinking minds. So you notice it, acknowledge it, and then come back. Take a deep breath in, then a long breath out. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Still with this big bend in your front knee, long and strong through your back leg, lengthening through your left side body. Take a big inhale, exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. A full breath in, and a breath out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump forward. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Sit down, sit back, reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Come up. Open out. Warrior two. Left hand high. Reverse. Exhale. Hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot again. Warrior one. Rise up. Open out. Warrior two. Left hand high. Reverse. Side angle. Parsva Konasana. Left elbow lightly on your left leg. Lengthen up through your right arm, through your right fingers. Let your breath, especially when you're holding a pose, let your breath lengthen and deepen instead of holding on. And the pose can be a pose, an asana. Pose can be a moment in your life, especially a challenging moment. Instead of holding your breath, digging in, holding on, a deep inhale, and a big exhale. Even one breath can create a pretty powerful shift within us and around us. Take your top arm, lengthen it forward. You can keep your left elbow where it is, or you can slide your left hand down towards the ground. Notice if you need to adjust your feet, your foundation, a longer stance or a shorter stance. Notice if your foundation shifts, changes unintentionally. Take a full inhale and a big exhale. Reach your top arm up, wrap it around behind your back, coming into your half bind or your full bind. Again, an equal connection through both feet. You might bring a little more attention to your back foot, roll into the baby toe side of your back foot. Stay long and strong through your back leg here. A steady breath in and out. Breathe in and breathe out. Dipping into your front knee, letting it track over your front ankle. Soften your toes, soften your face and your jaw. A full inhale and a big exhale. Here, reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Straighten your left leg, drop your hands, pivot your toes toward the side, feet even, a little bit pigeon-toed or parallel, hands to your hips or to your low back. Lift through your legs. Lift your chest. You can take your gaze up, even drop your head back. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, begin to fold forward. Hands under your shoulders. Right hand actually in front of your feet, under your face, left hand to your low back. Halfway lift here, twist to your left, toward the front of your mat. Lifting out of the right shoulder. You can come a little bit forward into the balls of your feet. Keep your toes soft. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, switch it up. Left hand down, right hand to your low back. Find your flat back first, long spine. Now, twist to your right, right arm up to the sky, twisting toward the back edge of your mat. Crown of the head in one direction, tailbone in the other. Lengthening through your legs, toes are soft. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, right hand comes down, pivot around toward the back edge of your mat. Plant your hands, right foot steps back, high push-up. Pause here, right hand under your right shoulder, heels to your right. Side plank, Vashisthasana. You can stack or stagger your feet. Low belly draws in and up. Lengthen out from the crown of your head through your heels. Get a little bit taller. And then if you want to lift the top foot or take a tree on its side, drishti will help a lot here. Steady breath, a big inhale. Left hand lightly comes down. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog or child's pose. Take a long breath in. Big breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. A full inhale here. Exhale. Walk or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Sit down, sit back, reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Rise up. Exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. Root down, reach up. Exhale. Hands back to your mat. High push-up to low. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps again. Warrior one. Come up. Exhale, hands back to your mat. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one. Come up now, warrior two. You can lengthen through your arms, your fingers. You can let your hands come to your heart. Traditional drishti is out over your front middle finger. But if it works better for your neck, gaze to the side, then you might close your eyes. Focusing in on your breath, your body, your heart, your spirit, focusing into this moment, not to the exclusion, right, of everything, everyone around you. So you can have your focus, but still be a part of where you are. Be connected. Spin your palms to the sky and take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Left hand to the back leg, your low back. Maybe it comes around to the top of your right thigh. You can always come out of the bend in your front knee intentionally and then come back to it. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. A couple of good deep breaths here. One breath at a time. Another full inhale, exhale. Walk or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Chair pose. Bend your knees, sit down, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale. Upward dog, exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one, come up. Open out. Warrior two. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot again, warrior one. Come up, open out, warrior two. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Side angle, Parsva Konasana. Right foot is flat and straight. Left arm extends to the sky. Left toes towards the side edge of your mat, or a little more toward the right foot. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Right elbow lands lightly, space between your right rib cage, your right thigh, space between, almost like you could add space in between your vertebrae, between your ribs. So you're lengthening here. And then keep lengthening as you extend your top arm overhead, out beyond the edge of your mat, and you can slide your right hand down toward the ground, still lifting up. A big breath in, then a long breath out. Not rushing the extension or the opening, rather showing up, being present for all of this, for yourself, for each other. Top arm goes back up, wrap it around behind your back, half bind or full bind. Gently pulling up against your bottom arm, whether you have the half bind or the full bind. Letting your left shoulder roll back. Still grounded equally through both feet. Soften your toes. A deep breath in here. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Really nice. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Drop your hands. Once more, toes toward the side. Feet parallel or a little bit pigeon-toed. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Lift on your inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. And if you want to put a towel or strap between your hands, you can. If you simply want to drop your hands down to the ground, you can. It can be simple. A breath in, then a breath out. It tends to be our thinking minds that complicate it. So give yourselves a little bit of space here. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot around toward the front, coming into your runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Left foot steps back now. High push up. Left hand under your left shoulder. Heels to your left. Side plank Vashisthasana. Bottom knee can drop. Left forearm can land. So you have stability. And then you can start to play around with it, lengthening and expanding. Maybe lift the top foot or take a tree on its side. Again, add in drishti here. Take a big inhale. Right hand comes down. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. A full breath in. And a full breath out. A lot of the times we forget to choose our focus. We forget to breathe intentionally. So we practice here. Another deep inhale, exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold, inhale. Rise up, lift and reach. Set up for dancer, left foot standing, right hand by your side, bend your right knee. You can reach back, catch the big toe or the baby toe side of your right foot and gently draw your right knee into your center line. Now, long and strong through your left leg, start to lift. Pressing your right foot into your right hand, you can lift it up and back. Breathing in and up, you can lift your chest. Maybe you take your gaze up. A deep inhale here. Gently release. Set it up on the other side. Set your right foot. Right arm is high, bending your left knee. You can go for the big toe or the baby toe side of the foot. Knees draw in so your hips are squaring off to the front. And then the standing back bend. Right, attention to your left foot in your left hand. Yes, absolutely. Feel for lifting that left foot, but lift your chest. As you breathe in, let your heart lift. Take a big inhale, gently release. Back to dancer on the right, Natarajasana. Set your left foot, drishti, steady breath here for 5, 4, maybe a little more space this time around. 3, 2, gently release. Set it up on the left now. Maybe a little more space, maybe a little more stability. Maybe you find yourself a little wobbly. You don't have to hang on. Wherever you are, take a really big inhale, and then exhale, both feet to your mat. Hands sweep up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, chaturanga, low push-up, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in, and empty out. A big inhale, exhale. Step or jump your feet to the outsides of your hands. And come on down into your malasana, your squat. You can stay higher. Elbows on thighs. Shoulders roll back. Low belly draws in and up. Your feet may or may not be flat, but do notice, especially if your spine starts to round, you collapse in on yourself. Let there be length here. Lift, a big inhale. And a big exhale. And if you want to play around with crow, go for it. Hands on your mat, hips lift. I like to walk my feet closer together, even to touch behind me. Hands at shoulder width, maybe a little bit closer together. Really big bend in the elbows. Knees above elbows. If you can get your knees into your armpits, go for it. Now you can set your hands and keep your feet down. Right, but shift forward into your hands. Feel this. Strong core, lift to your heart. You might lift one foot, you might lift both feet. Breathing for 3, 2, nice and easy, back to Malasana. Roll your shoulders back. Long spine, a big inhale. Navasana, boat pose. You probably saw that coming, right? Bent knees or straight legs. Heart high here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles, rock forward, plant your hands, and make your way back to your downward facing dog. You can go through your flow or just step back. As you come into your downward dog, bring your feet together, a little bit forward. Take your right leg to the sky, bending your right knee for your down dog hip opener. If you want to flip, you can let the foot pull you over. A breath or two here, no rush, half pigeon. Right knee forward, left leg behind you, or the variation on your back, or maybe another variation. With breath, intention, a full inhale, and a full exhale. Usually I record these Friday Power Flows just on their own on a day that I'm not teaching or after class. And this morning, I kind of budgeted all this time to come in early and record, and then one thing led to another, and I didn't have as much time as I would have liked. And I did find myself kind of rushing to get on my mat, get everything set up, and that mentality of rushing coming into it. But then the realization, the recognition, all right, we're here. It is the same space of time, whether we rush it, get ahead of ourselves, or whether we simply allow ourselves to take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Be where we are. Enjoy where we are. A long inhale and a big exhale. Set your hands under your shoulders, back to your downward facing dog. So whatever movement feels good. And then in your own time, you can bring your feet together and forward. Left leg now to the sky. Left knee bends, down dog hip opener. You can take it over and make your way into your half pigeon now on this side. Not rushing any of this. Might not have as long of a half pigeon as I usually like. So if you'd like a longer half pigeon, you can join me in the studio. And again, there's a link below. But half pigeon is also just a part of it, right? A piece of the practice. And our practice is a part of our everyday life. We can take all these pieces, put them together, or allow them to come back together, and integrate them into our everyday lives. A deep breath in here, and a long breath out. Take a deep inhale and a big exhale. Hands under your shoulders, come up, sweep your right leg forward. Both feet forward, both hands forward, lower back slowly for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Set your feet on your mat. Come on up for your bridge or your wheel. Any variation, any combination. Just one today. Let your foundation be intentional. Intentional breath. Not rushing to get more in, but allowing yourself to be here for more of the practice, for more of your life. Another big breath in, and as you exhale, slowly lower down, coming onto your back, feet together, knees wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. From here, we'll move into Shavasana. You can stay here, legs extended, add in a twist. And again, allow yourself some time, especially to settle into these last few moments of the practice, still part of the practice, and the stillness. Most of us need it, right, to balance everything out. Take a really big breath in here. Empty out. Here you might add a little bit of movement, wiggle your fingers and toes, let your head roll side to side. A deep breath in, and a long breath out. When you're ready, knees to chest. Slowly make your way to seated. If you'd like to extend your Shavasana, by all means, do so. Otherwise, coming to seated, hands to heart, set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Together, let's take a full inhale and a full exhale. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me for practice today. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below, any questions. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. And I am getting ready to teach a practice, a 60-minute practice, live, in person, here in the studio. It'll also be taught, I'll teach via Zoom, and my members get the recording. So if that's something you're interested in, check out the link below. If you want to support this free content, Check out the Patreon. We support each other. You get some cool additional benefits. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Thanks for joining me for practice today. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll see you soon.